Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Harrison, the guy in the video and the inventor and manufacturer of the Wedge Mouthpiece. You might have heard about the Wedge and wondered if it was legit, which is fair enough. You can't believe everything you see on the internet, especially if it's in the form of advertising. Skepticism is a good thing, but so is curiosity. Curiosity is what provides opportunities and drives progress, and hopefully is why you'll take a few minutes to watch this video. I invented the Wedge in a desperate attempt to avoid humiliation while playing West Side Story in a community orchestra. I knew that no amount of practicing would provide the range and endurance I needed. So I did what many of us would do. I went on a mouthpiece safari, but none of them helped enough. During my safari, I became aware of mouthpieces with asymmetrical or oval rims. They'd been around in some form for decades. The oval mouthpieces were designed to wrap around the embouchure from side to side. The Lynch asymmetric mouthpiece had some pretty credible sounding theory behind it. This got me thinking about other rim shapes and whether the symmetrical round flat mouthpiece was actually the best design. I had read how some players with irregular teeth, like a slight wedge, seemed to have natural high chops, and how some players had lost range when dental gaps or irregularities were corrected. Some players actually had a wedge added to their teeth. That seemed pretty extreme, but I wondered if I could produce a wedge shape on a mouthpiece rim and get similar results. So I went to my workshop with a bunch of mouthpieces and ruined dozens of them. Finally, after weeks of experimentation, I found a completely new rim shape that actually worked better. The design had a subtle wedge on the rim and an oval shape that was oriented up and down. The shape freed my embouchure at the sides and made everything easier. It improved endurance and shifted my reliable range when fatigued from a high C to an E or even an F without any sacrifice in sound. In fact, along with the stronger upper register came a better low end. It was a bit mind-boggling, really. This thing was pretty exciting, so I wanted to share it with other brass players. Of course, there have been skeptics and naysayers right from the start, which is fine and not unexpected. My accountant said I should give up this stupid mouthpiece invention idea and focus on practicing medicine. So I gave that careful consideration for about a picosecond and then did the only reasonable thing. I changed accountants and applied for a patent, taught myself CAD design, learned how to operate a lathe and CNC mill, put a CNC machine in my basement, and set out to offer something truly different in the field of brass mouthpieces while continuing to practice medicine. It took 6 months of continuous research and development to evolve the prototype into the first wedge trumpet mouthpiece that went to market in November 2007. Since then, we've added mouthpieces for other instruments, and the design has been continuously improved. One of the many challenges starting up was that I'd spent the last 15 years as an ER doc, and most doctors are terrible businessmen. I knew nothing about running a manufacturing and retail business, so I decided to structure the whole business around how I would want to be treated as a customer, and that's how we still operate. Today we're a small shop with 4 employees, now located in a rural setting on Gabriela Island, British Columbia. We have thousands of satisfied customers and sell about 3,000 mouthpieces a year. Sales increased by about 50% last year, so the word is spreading. 1/3 of our sales are to repeat customers coming back for their second, third, or fourth mouthpiece. Does this mean that every brass player should play a wedge? No. Should every brass player at least try a wedge? Yes. Why do I say that? Well, it's pretty simple. We have free shipping and a 90-day, no-hassle, money-back guarantee. The wedge will most likely provide an immediate, significant, sustained improvement in your playing. That's why we have so many repeat customers and so few returns. If you switch the wedge and decide at any time you need a different size, you can trade it in for an 80% credit towards a new mouthpiece. Now, to be clear, I am not promoting the wedge as an alternative to practice. But given the importance of practice, why not make the most of it by using the best equipment available? You might be saying it's not about the equipment, it's all up to the player. Well, there's lots of evidence that better equipment does make a difference in human performance. Why do you think that some golf balls, baseball bats, running shoes, and swimsuits are banned in professional and Olympic competition? it's because they enhance performance. If you really believe that better equipment doesn't matter, I'd like to ask you one question. Imagine that you're a trumpet player. Would you rather go on stage using this or this? So, that's an introduction to the Wedge Mouthpiece and who we are as a company. If you look around the online store, you'll find more details about how the Wedge works, loads of reviews, and comparison tables to help you choose the right size. If you have questions, I'm here to help. Dr. Dave, signing off.